Well, greetings viewers. Here I am at the car park for the Frenchman's Cap walk. It is Tuesday night. I got here about 7 o'clock, and the plan is to camp in the car park for the night and get an early start for what I should be doing as a 5-day walk. Okay, 7 o'clock in the morning. The weather is a bit overcast and quite a nice temperature actually. And this is the Franklin River crossing. Only about 5 or 6 minutes into the walk. First little friend on the trail for the trip. I've only been going for about 20 minutes. Just coming over this bridge and I can hear people on the other side. G'day! So this is what I was hoping to see on this walk. They've now put boardwalks in through these muddy areas. This is just a small one, but when I came through here, it was basically 20 years ago, the boardwalks weren't there and you had to go through these mud holes, and I mean, even now being summer they've all dried up, but some of these were unavoidable, and it was a situation of going through knee-deep mud. It took a long time to get through, and they're located in an area called the Loddon Plains, and the Loddon River goes through here. So this area nearly killed me when I when I did this before. I wasn't really prepared. I was carrying way too much weight, and not really the appropriate tent and sleeping bag and all that kind of thing for hiking. I was actually thinking of turning back, but managed to push on and do the whole thing, including getting up the top of Frenchman's Cap, which I hope to do this trip. And here's just a little bit more of what one used to have to walk through. So I don't know how long these boardwalks have been here. I would expect for quite a while, because environmentally speaking, it was pretty much trashing these areas. I mean, if you look at this kind of thing, just here, you'd be, as I said before, knee deep in mud. I'm just coming up to the Lake Vera Hut. It's taken me 6.5 hours. Quite glad to be here. I'm a bit weary, but it's only just after 1 o'clock, and I reckon that's a pretty good time. Let's go in and check it out. Alright, here we are. This is cool. This is exactly as it was when I was here last time, and I actually remember burning some woolen socks on that very fireplace when I was here. Anyway, there's some benches there, areas to prepare food, and a couple of bunks, and none of them look occupied. In fact, I don't know if there's anyone staying here at the moment, but there's a backpack that someone's left until they come back. Well, I've chosen a bunk and settled in, made myself a coffee, got some chocolate, and yeah, very happy to be at the Lake Vera Hut. It's not really changed at all since I've been here, although I think they've changed or they've replaced the roof. But just reading a little bit about the walk here, and Dick Smith actually donated $1 million to upgrade the track and to go towards building the new hut at the Tahune Hut, which is the next one along. So I mentioned that again, when I came through here before, you had to go through a lot of mud, and it was very unpleasant, so there's none of that now. So just exploring around the hut at Lake Vera. I actually spent the last couple of hours talking to lots of people that have been streaming into the hut and the camping spots just next to the hut. I was the first one in. There's a heap of people have started to come back from Tahune. This is a little walkway just out to Lake Vera itself. A few people were talking about swimming. It's a pretty spot, but I don't think I'll be getting in amongst all the frogs. Okay, it's day 2 and I'm just leaving the Lake Vera Hut. Very interesting sort of a night. I was the first one into the hut, and within half an hour the people started pouring in. So I think we had 5 people sleeping in the hut, and there would have been about 10 or 11 tents with varying numbers of people out in the camping spots. So it was a fun night. There were lots of interesting people. Anyway, so today, instead of 15 k's, I've got about half that distance, but because it's a bit more climbing involved, it's going to take, from what people are saying, about the same amount of time. Well, this is the first of 2 bridges that I'm going to cross before I start going up, straight up the side of the mountain. So that water there is perfectly good for drinking. That's the great thing about this track, is that there is water available at different places for each day of walking. So there's another bridge coming up shortly. And that's actually the last water available going this way before the next hut. Well, I'm an hour in, and there's been a bit of climbing. It's fairly much like this all the way along Lake Vera. Anyway, this is the second bridge that the fellows were talking about. It's really pretty this here, and I think this is going to be the last water available. Well, for me it was another just under an hour and a half of climbing. So an hour to the second bridge, and then it goes pretty much straight up. So you get up the top of the pass here and rewarded with this amazing view. So just in front of me to the left is what's left of a pencil pine. Anyway, there is Frenchman's Cap. There's one of the great things about this walk are the marker pegs. just passing one here, and you really don't have to go far before you see one. If the trail isn't obvious, there's always a marker that you can spot further along. Anyway, the scenery is starting to get pretty spectacular, and this is what it's all about now, this walk. This is why we put ourselves through it. There's Frenchman's Cap, clear at the top at the moment and just stunning. So I'm basically following the same elevation around the side of this mountain, and once I get along a little bit further, I'll be able to look back at the saddle or the pass where I climbed up. Well, I'm getting quite close to the Tahune Hut now, and I'm just following along this little area, and you can see at the back is Frenchman's Cap, and that little low bit is the way up to the top of the mountain. Wow, this is beautiful. I heard it was good, but it just looks awesome. So you come in the front door, and this is what you see when you come in. So there's bunks there. I'm going to take that one down there. There's a room just in around the corner with a whole bunch more bunks. And there's a bit of history. Now that's the one I stayed in last time I was here, 20 something, or nearly 20 years ago I think it was. So this is quite the improvement. So there's an area for cooking there, and unlike the other one, this does have a bit of a deck area where you can just hang out. Okay, well, I've made the unusual decision to go do a bit extra and go up the mountain today. So I did it's 4.5 hours to get from Lake Vera Hut to Tahune, which is a bit quicker than I thought. So I've had some lunch and had a little bit of a lie down, and it's about 2:30 now. So with daylight until 9 o'clock, got all the time in the world to mosey up the mountain.